Hello and welcome to Up the Villa podcast. If you're new to our channel, subscribe, drop this video a like and get involved in the comment section down below. So Aston Villa 1, Liverpool 2. I thoroughly enjoyed my evening at Villa Park. I thought for a man we were tremendous, and this season we've spoke about application and the desire and the hunger and the way in which the team go out as a unit and perform, and especially Gerrard's system. But I felt last night everything's starting to slowly come together. It's all starting to fall into place, and I just thought we played really well. I think we took the game to them. We showed defensive nous at times. I think we attacked well as a team. I think we had some real good chances to get something from the game. And if I'm being honest, I felt like a draw would have been a fair result. I thought we were well worthy of a draw. If not, we could have had chances to go on and win the game. But I was really happy with the way we performed. News before the game coming out, breaking on Twitter, Fabrizio Romano doing us, saying that Coutinho is about to sign. So it's just absolutely massive. It's a massive statement of intent from the club to get this sort of deal over the line with the wages, the calibre of the player that he is. And I absolutely love him. He's my little mate in here. I've met him, so I've got a little bit of a soft spot for him. But when you watch a player with class, some of the stuff that he can do, you're just like, he gets you off your seat. He gets me off my seat anyway. I'm just like, whoa. But I think it's class, and I think to get this one done early, straight away before the transfer window's even open, I think is absolutely massive for us. And then boom, hopefully we can get Boubacar Kamara over the line as well before the window opens, and that's two key components to the team sorted before the window's even done. So let's watch this space on those two. But for me, Coutinho's got to play. Yes, I know we've got Buendia, but I think as we saw from the lineup, it's all about now just finishing the season well and just rotating. I think Buendia will probably come in against Palace. If not, he'll come in against Burnley towards, the end of the season as well. So I think it's just a bit of rotation. But yeah, I think Coutinho had a real good game against Liverpool. And, when you're playing your creative players against Liverpool, it's difficult at times. They can be isolated, they can be kept out of the game. But Ings, Watkins and Coutinho were well in that game against Liverpool. And they all had some real good chances, to be fair. So, predicted lineup. Again, we got it wrong. He chucked Nakamba in there, which Justin called. And Nakamba is a key component to a Steven Gerrard team. He was absolutely everywhere. He was breaking up play. He was harassing. He was winning the ball. He was doing everything that you want a six to do in a Gerrard system, and everything that we need a player to do in a Gerrard system. Just shithouse, break the play up, distribute the ball to your two number eights, and away we go. And in transition, we did that time and time again. Douglas Luiz had a real good game as well. Surprise, in the number 8. So I was really happy with that. And I just thought Coutinho came straight back in, didn't he? And I thought he had a real good game as well. It's difficult playing against Liverpool to have like a Coutinho performance that we want him to rip it up and absolutely destroy him. But there was times where he was making Van Dijk. He had that shot, didn't he? He had that little shimmy shoulder thing that he does, and I just love watching him, man. I really love watching us, and I wanted to go to Villa Park, and I wanted Liverpool to know that they've been in a game with Aston Villa. I wanted to come out the stadium and be proud of Aston Villa, and I wanted us to have put in a performance where we play our game, we attack. We're solid. It's difficult for Liverpool. This Liverpool side, are one of the best Premier League sides the Premier League has ever seen. They're going for a quadruple. They are immense. And how many times have we been to Villa Park over the years and we've come up against City, we've come up against a good Arsenal, we've come up against Spurs, and we've been absolutely walloped 4-5, and we've not been in the game. We've been literally watching a side camped in our half, just battering us. And that was not the case yesterday. That was not the case. We were more than a match for Liverpool, and we played really, really well. And I just thought that was a very, very pleasing side. And if we can have that application going into 38 Premier League games next season, we are more than going to be up there. We are going to be in and around 8th, 7th places like that. You know, it's the consistency and that level. And you have to be at that level. And you have to be at the level to beat these type of teams. Yes, we lost. You know, I know we lost, but I'm looking past the loss. I'm looking at the performance, and I'm thinking, yes, we're building something here. And if we can keep that level, then next season we will more than not be top half, guaranteed. It's about having that levels, and it's about having that the right players in the system to get where we sort of need to be. So. We took the lead early, didn't we? And we started well. We started really well. We were on the front foot, weren't we? I remember before the goal, we were sort of building with a bit of possession with Matty Cash. And when that goal went in, the whole end, who needs some credit because they were loud. They were very, very loud all the way through. I thought it's one of the best whole ends and atmospheres at Villa Park we've had all season as well. We were banged up for it, and it's Villa Park under the lights, isn't it? It just brings that. It just brings the atmosphere, doesn't it? You don't even have to do anything in the atmospheres there. But yeah, it was really good. Sorry, it's having a song with tea. Yeah, it was really, really good. The atmosphere was. Loved the songs, and we just need a bit more of that. And you know, it's just annoying that they went down the pitch on their first attack and scored. And to be fair, I think we was a bit unlucky with that goal. I've watched it back a few times, and you know, it gets stuck under Mings' foot. The camera tries to clear it. It bounces off. It goes to someone, and they slot it through and they score. And to be fair, I think there's a foul on Konsa in there. Watch it back, Villa fans. I think there's a foul on Konsa. I think one of their players sort of like takes Konsa out, and he's just out the game. And I think there's a bit of a foul in there, to be fair. And we are 8 minutes into this episode, and I've not mentioned John Moss's name. And I think, you know, in football, when you have a shit ref, and decisions don't go your way. I remember, who did we play? Was it Norwich at home the other week? And we had a bit of a shit ref. First half, I thought he was terrible. And then second half, he sort of levelled it off a little bit. And I don't like the way they do that either. I don't like the way the refs sort of like not manipulate a game. I sort of have this entitlement where, okay, I've done a bit of shit first half, so I'll make up for it in the second half. And against Norwich, I felt like the ref that we had sort of kind of did that, and he started to give and play a little bit towards Villa. But John Moss last night was the worst ref I have seen at Villa Park since we've been in the Premier League. And that is no joke. That is no over-exaggeration. It was the worst. What I was seeing from John Moss was a foul on Douglas Luiz. A clear foul. Literally, he's skimmed his back of his ankle, and Douglas Luiz has gone down, and he's picked up the ball, and he's gave a foul for Liverpool. And I'm just like, what are you doing? Like, it's a clear foul, but that was happening time and time and time again. There was a little shoulder barge that led to one of Trent's free kicks. And it's a contact, it's a contact sport like that. Sometimes those little shoulder challenges happen. And it's like freaky. It just literally felt like anything that could go Liverpool's way to change the momentum he gave. And it was just so frustrating. There was a time where he waved the advantage to Aston Villa and there was no clear advantage and we kicked it backwards and he still kept the advantage. And it's like there was no advantage there. There was nowhere for us to go. I don't know. I just felt like, and this is me being brutally honest, John Moss's agenda was to keep the title race alive. That is how it felt. It felt like don't fuck up, don't mess up, don't ruin this title race. It's got to go to the wire, whatever way. And it was just shit. It was terrible. And you look at Gerrard's reaction, the smirk when he found out he was retiring at the end of the season. This is meant to be the best league in the world, with the best players in the world, with everything the best. The refs are crap. You've got prime athletes. You've got 22 ripped up prime athletes, the best footballers in the world, the best stars of play in the world. We're in the Liverpool are in the Champions League final. We had City in the semi-final. But you've got fat John Moss running round trying to keep up with play. It's just shit, man. It's crap. And I'm not being bitter. I'm not just saying this just because we lost. But it was eye-opening how bad that performance was from a ref. And it's like, it is okay. That's what happens. It's just there. And I think something's got to change because that bias has got to stop because it's just not fair. It's just, you can't ref the game in one way. It's got to be fair across the board. I don't understand how when these refs come, I'd love to know, and I'd love to get a former ref on this chat. I'd love to ask them why, when refs ref a football match, is it just not playing straight down the middle fair? Because what I was seeing last night was just a joke. If someone said in 2 years' time that game was corrupt, I'd be like, okay, fair enough. You can tell, because it was shocking. It was really, and I'm sorry I've had a rant about the ref, but it was that bad to me, to be fair. So we had a bit of a rant of John Moss at the fan cam, and we've had another one now. But I was just annoyed, to be fair, just annoyed of the way he ref the game. So and then they scored, and it was a bit of a shit one, weren't it? And then, to be fair, something bold happened with Gerrard when he brought on Chukwuemeka, and I think he brought Chukwuemeka on, and I think it was look, you're in the plans here. I trust you. I trust you to bring you on against Liverpool, and I trust you on to come on and do well here. And I think that was a Gerrard statement. But if I'm being brutally honest, I would have rather Callum Chambers came on, because we spoke about in the preview that Liverpool's three in midfield, they are their quality. And I just felt at that time when the camber was blowing and the camber was coming off, that there was a bit of a shift in the game. I felt there was a bit of a Liverpool were like building a bit of momentum, weren't they? They had a bit of a grip on at that period. They had a bit of a grip on the game, and I just felt like when Chukwuemeka came on, we needed another Nakamba. And when Luiz went to 6 and Chukwuemeka came on, I just felt like in that period of the game we were a little bit passive. I think that was probably our worst 10 minutes in the game when they were building and they were getting that little bit of momentum, and then they scored, didn't they? And I don't think Mings was at fault for the goal. I just think he could have done better. I think if you are standing up against Diaz to cross that ball in, and you've allowed that ball to come in the box, then you don't know what's going to happen behind you. So the fact that that ball was allowed to come in, I just think we should have got at Diaz and stopped that ball coming in. That ball needed to not come in. And, you know, the ball came in, and Mane, brilliant header, loves the goal against Villa, 2-1. And then a momentum shift again, weren't it? Because we were really, really good. Ings had two sort of one-on-one chances, didn't he? And he needed to bury him, and then he buried the one where he was offside. And I felt like Ings had a good game, but them chances have got to go in. They've got to go in. But, you know, all in all, we lost 2-1. I'm looking at the bigger picture, and I think there's real signs there. There's real good signs. If we can get 6 points now from our next 2 games against Palace and Burnley, I want to see the same again. I want to see the same, what I've just watched, the same again, but better with the ball. So I'll give you my player ratings. Let me know what you think. Some I've sort of struggled with, so you'll probably slate me for them and say he should be higher, he should be lower, but they're just my opinions. So I've gone with Martinez 6. I think he did okay, but I felt like at times his distribution just wasn't good enough. I felt like it went out of touch at times, and he could have been quicker, and he could have been more decisive, and he could have got the man. I felt like there's a few aimless punts. I've gone Matty Cash 7. I felt like the way he played against Liverpool, and these are my player ratings based on the opposition of Liverpool, the team we've just played, and what we were able to do against them. So Cash, I've gone 7. You know, he was able to get up numerous times. I felt like defensively he was pretty good as well. I've gone Mings and Konsa 6 each, both of them. I felt like at times they were stretched and they were ball watching at times. You might think they could be a bit higher or a bit lower. I've got Luca Dean 7. Again, another quality performance from him. Looks the real deal. Nakamba was an 8. His first start since forever. I thought he did absolutely tremendous. I gave him an 8 because I thought like he was brilliant. I've got Luis 8. I thought he had a good game as well. I thought like he was really good in the 8 that he played, so he got an 8 for me. And McGinn 7. I've got Coutinho 7. I thought like he had, like I said earlier, I thought like he did well. I've got Ings 6 just because he missed them chances, but he got in the right areas. He played really well. I've got Watkins 6 as well because I thought I'd just give him the same. Chukwuemeka 6, and I gave Troy 8 6. So Troy Troy, he's jokes, isn't he? He just comes on and you just know what he's gonna do, don't you? Every single time when Troy comes on, I've gone Troy 6. So we'll end it there. Get involved in the comment section down below. Drop this video a like. Thought I'd give you a bit of a match preview, and yeah, we'll be back for our Palace preview as well. Up the Villa.